Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on the Moyu Wheel of Time. So I don't think that there's not that many tutorials on this on YouTube. So I'm going to make one of these tutorials, and I hope it helps for you when you're solving the Wheel of Time for your first time. So I'm going to scramble this puzzle up, and then I'm going to show you how I solve it. So before we start solving the cube, basically all the Moyu Wheel of Time is a 3x3 with extra pieces. So how I'm going to be solving this is I'm going to reduce the Moyu Wheel of Time into basically a 3x3 and solve it from there. So if you don't already know how to solve 3x3, I highly recommend that you go out and find a tutorial of how to solve it, or else you probably won't be able to solve the Moyu Wheel of Time. So, let's get started. So basically, what I do is a layer by layer approach. So first, I would get, let me show you what I mean. So here we already have half an edge paired up. So that'd be a good thing to start with. Next, I tried to get an orange one here, or these other two are already halfway paired up. So this is the next step. I'm kind of establishing a cross here with paired up or halfway paired up edges. So let's do this. So here's one case that we can do. I see the orange piece here that can connect here. So I bring it out, so when I bring this up, I can rotate it into position. So now it's connected. And now I see that there's a white piece here and a white piece here, so I can rotate it here and bring that around and put it back. So putting it back isn't even necessary, it's just a kind of thing I do out of instinct, I guess. And this is a really easy case. All I have to do is rotate this face and it connects. So now I have a full edge piece. And here's a red one, and I can do the same technique with pairing up the edge. And this one is a little bit harder. No, actually it's the same. So it's green and green. And now we do the entire middle layer. So we're lucky we already have one edge paired up and another half, so we can get this one first. So I see a white piece here and a white piece on top, so I can rotate this to the top, put in the piece, and bring it back down. And here we can do green with green, and also red with red, and yellow with yellow, and finally green with green. Yeah, this green sticker, it fell off and I had to put in a different one, and it looks different, so I'm sorry about that. So now the entire middle layer is done. Sometimes you won't be able to finish the entire middle layer, but this time we were pretty lucky. So when you can't finish the entire middle layer, then just go directly to this next step. So on the top, I see that we can save some work by just rotating this orange to pair up with that. And now kind of what we want to do is make a place where we can put the rest of the edges, make them paired up with each other. So we have all orange here, orange on both sides, so that when we rotate it, the two edges that we already made aren't broken. And so what we can do is that here's a blue and here's a blue, so we can pair those up. And now we can put the next pair into the slot. So, well, I noticed that there's an empty yellow space here. Well, a red in the yellow space, and the red can go there. So we kind of have to set this up. I bring it down, and basically I just flip it, and then I can do that. So basically do that with all the unsolved edges, and I'll get back to you about reducing the corners. So I'm done reducing the edges. What's next? Well, basically what we want to do is kind of build across so that we can work with the corners. And in this step, the position of the centers doesn't matter. You can have a cross without a center in this step. It doesn't really matter at all. So we have our cross, and one part of a corner is already paired up for us, so we can get that out of the way. And we bring in a new corner that isn't paired up, and we can see that blue will go to blue. So because we have this cross of the same color and the center doesn't matter, it's just there by chance, we can rotate this around and pair up the blue with the blue. And we can either choose to rotate this corner or put in a new corner. I like putting a new corner in first because it's easier to put in a new corner than to rotate the ones that we already have. So once again, we do the same thing. And then we can put in this red corner, and then we're kind of lucky here. We got two ones paired up at once. So yeah, just keep doing so just keep doing this until there are no more corners to put in, and then I'll continue the tutorial from there. So here we are at the last 4 corners on top. All the rest of the corners have been fully paired up, and so all that remains is to do the last 4. So what we can do here is we can easily just rotate it and make one, and there's an empty slot in one side of this corner, so we can rotate this corner using an algorithm that I'm going to show you. So you can do R prime, D prime, R, D, and then do it again. R prime, D prime, R, D. And sometimes you may notice that you didn't completely rotate the corner to where you wanted it to go, so just do that algorithm 2 more times and it should be there. And now we can rotate this so that this is a harder case. So we'll rotate this corner up first. And then we'll put in the green, and then we'll rotate it again. And so this kind of layer, if you can call it that, is done as well. And so all that's left is these last 4. So right off the bat, we could do something like this. Pair up one of the corners so that only 3 are left. And what we can do here is kind of the principle of what we did with pairing up the edges. So we put in another corner here so that we have 2 that are already paired of the same color opposite of each other. Now it doesn't matter. You don't have to get the same color of as the cross. It's just we got a kind of interesting case where the cross, the center, and the two opposing corners all happen to be orange. So we can put in this corner and exchange white for blue. And I'm pretty sure no, it looks like all of our corners are paired up. So now it's basically a reduced 3x3, and you would solve it like a 3x3. So a couple moves will take me to the orange cross, and you can just solve it from there. So you can do that, and then your Wheel of Time will be solved. So the Wheel of Time is finally solved. With practice, this method should be able to get you some good times if you're trying to time it. Right now, I haven't timed it that many times, but I think I'm about 6 minutes. So there may be better methods out there, but I think this one is the easiest for me. It's very simple and self-intuitive. So I hope this tutorial helped you. If it didn't, if you're still confused about anything, you can ask a question in the comments, and if I can, I'll be sure to get back to you. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope it helped you to solve the Moyu Wheel of Time. So if it helped you, and if you like it, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye.